Hey guys, this is Siddhi from Best of Beauty and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing some of my favorite lip and cheek tints with you guys. Now as you know that I'm obsessed with lip and cheek tints and I have tried so many of them from various brands as well. So I thought that I should sit down and share some of my favorites with you guys and also give you a comparison between them as well, because it can be really confusing as to which ones to go for. So I'm obviously going to narrow it down for you and tell you guys which ones are the best, and I really hope that you enjoy this video. And let's just get started. But before that, if you are new to my channel or if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to hit the red subscribe button, and also don't forget to follow me on social media, because all of the updates and sneak peeks of my videos and everything else you'll get there first. And yeah, let's just get started. First, let's talk about liquid lip and cheek tints, and in that category, the first product that I'm going to talk about is Benefit's Go-Go Tint. Now, we all know that Benefit is known for their lip and cheek tints. Their Benetint is probably one of the most popular products out there, and even when I wanted to, try out lip and cheek tints for the first time, I think Benetint was one of my first products as well. Today, we are going to talk about Benetint as well as Go-Go Tint. Now, Benetint has a sheer formula, which is why I feel like it suits fair skin tones more as compared to Go-Go Tint, which has a slightly thicker consistency, and that's the reason I feel like Go-Go Tint suits more medium to duskier skin tones as well. Now when you look at Go-Go Tint, you might feel like it's a very bright color and it might not suit you, but trust me, you need the tiniest amount of product for that hint of color on your lips and cheeks, and this is what it looks like up close. So it obviously has a great color payoff, and I've always preferred this consistency over Benetint. I feel like Benetint is just way too sheer, and it does not last on my lips or my cheeks as well as compared to this one, which does last a bit longer. Another thing that I wanted to mention about Benefit's lip and cheek tints is that they just dry out my lips after a point, and they settle in my fine lines as well. So once I applied, obviously the color looks really nice on my lips, but after a few hours, I feel like I have noticed that the color just settles in the center of my lips, and it gets accumulated in the lines of my lips as well, which looks really bad, which is why I don't gravitate towards these tints as much. I prefer other brands which have good lip and cheek tints in terms of the formulation, and also they are much more affordable as well as compared to these ones, because these are very pricey. So I'm obviously going to talk about those ones as well, which I personally really like. But again, it's up to personal preference. There are a lot of people who love these tints and they look stunning on the cheeks. I feel like they look very pretty on the cheeks, but on my lips the formula just does not work. I've tried applying lip liner, I have tried making sure that my lips are very well moisturized, but still they just dry out. And I prefer something that's going to be very hydrating on my lips. This does not do that. So I just wanted to mention that before you all spend your hard-earned money. And yeah, that's all about Benetint. And if you all still have any questions with respect to any of these, then definitely just leave them in the comments down below. And also, all of the product links will be mentioned as well in the description box if you all want to check them out. The next liquid tint that I'm going to talk about is by Elana Organics, and I've already mentioned this in my earlier video wherein I've spoken about organic, cruelty-free and vegan makeup brands. So definitely check that video out. It's a really informative one. I have given information about 8 brands and their products. I'm going to leave a link on the screen as well as in the description box below. So this one is their beet tint, and this is also a very expensive product. It's around 1200 if I'm not wrong, so it is expensive. And initially when I saw this product, I wasn't a big fan of it, because again, this is a very sheer tint. The formula is actually very similar to Benetint, I would say, and I don't like the packaging of this as well, because you have to shake the product, then you have to use a dropper and then apply it on the back of your hand and then on your lips. I prefer like convenient packaging, especially when it comes to lip and cheek tints, because it's like a on the go product. But trust me when I say this, that you have to build a liking towards this product. Initially when I used it, I felt like it was too sheer for me, but a couple of times I used it and I felt like it just gives like a really nice natural flush of color, and I love using this on my cheeks specifically rather than using it on my lips. On lips it does not last that longer, but on cheeks it looks really pretty. So if I don't want to wear any makeup on my face and I still want some, you know, color on my cheeks to look a bit alive, I can just use this on my cheeks and it just looks very pretty. You just have to build the color, because initially it's going to be very sheer, but once you build it up, you can get it up to the intensity that you like. So what you do is you just shake the product and then you take it on the back of your hand, and then, you know, this is how the consistency of this is as well. As you can tell that this is very sheer, but you know, it just looks very natural on your lips. It looks like you're not wearing anything. So if you are someone who likes that look, then definitely give this a go. But again, I wouldn't recommend this for someone with, you know, a lot of pigmentation on their lips or someone with duskier skin tone. I would recommend this for probably light to medium skin. The best part about this product is that it's natural, it's made of organic ingredients, and it's vegan and cruelty free. So if you are someone who is into these kind of products and brands, then definitely check this product out. The next product has to be one of my favorites, and this is by Earth Rhythm, and I've mentioned this in my earlier video as well, and this is their lip and cheek tint, and this is what the packaging of that looks like. Now they have 3 shades in this particular lip and cheek tint formula, and the one that I have is called as Cherry, and I'm just going to shake it up and show you the formulation on these. This is so pigmented. I was surprised when I saw the pigment on these, and this is like a really pretty red shade. Just gonna swatch it on my hand. So this is what the shade looks like, and as you can tell that the color payoff on these is intense. So this is not a sheer formula, so that's the reason I would recommend this for someone who has lip pigmentation or someone with maybe duskier skin. This color will look really pretty, and they have other shades as well which will suit Indian skin tones, which is why I really like, you know, this particular brand as well as a whole. Their products are really nice, and you know, this is probably one of the most hydrating lip and cheek tints that I've ever used. As I said that the Benefit ones, you know, tend to dry out my lips and they settle in my fine lines. This one does not do that. This has like a bunch of different oils in it, so that's the reason it keeps your lips hydrated, and it just looks really nice on your cheeks and lips both. And I'm gonna, you know, leave the video on the screen as well so you can see how it looks like on my lips. And this is so affordable. This is like $4.99, so you can't go wrong with this product. So if you are someone who just, you know, wants to try out a lip and cheek tint, then definitely give this a go because it's affordable and the formula on these is great. The next brand that I'm going to talk about is Etude House. Now this is a Korean brand which has a lot of, you know, lip and cheek tints. And you know, when I saw that they have so many, I actually wanted to get as many as I can so I can, you know, review them for you guys and give a comparison in terms of the formulation as well, because they have different formulations, but obviously you don't come to know that through the website. So I've got these 3 right here, and I showed you guys on Instagram as well, and so many of you guys asked me to do a review on it, so this one's for you. First one that we're going to talk about is this one, which is their colorful tattoo tint, and this one comes in the black container, and this shade is called as Insider Dance. And I'm just going to show you. Now online it's so difficult to choose the shades because all the shades look the same, so that's the reason even I was very confused. So I did search the swatches online, so they were a bit helpful. Now this is what that particular shade looks like. I think that I did a decent job at selecting the shade, and this is how that shade looks like. As you can tell that these are also really pigmented, and you know, they again have that liquid consistency, but this dries down to a matte finish and it just leaves a really beautiful, you know, color on your lips as well as your cheeks. This particular formulation did not dry out my lips, but it did fade maybe after 2 to 3 hours of application. And as I mentioned before as well, that you need to reapply all of these products, but I felt like this was very comfortable on my lips and it felt very weightless as well. It did not feel like I've applied you know, a lot of product. And again, this shade is just so stunning. I really loved, you know, how this looked. Next one we have this, which is the colorful vivid tint, and I'm going to leave the shade maybe in the description box because I cannot pronounce it. Now this is supposed to give you that plumping effect. It did not do anything with respect to the plumping, but as soon as you apply it, it has like a cooling sensation. This particular formula has to be the most sheer amongst the Etude House lip and cheek tints, and I'm just going to show you the shade of this. And this is what that looks like on my hand. As you can tell that this one is, you know, again a very sheer formula, but still has like a lot of color as well. And this does not dry out matte, so it's going to leave that glossy look on your lips. So if you are someone who does not like that glossy effect, then I would totally skip out on this, because I personally don't like glossy lips. I prefer having like a matte lip. It just makes my lips look bigger and it just looks more attractive, is what I personally feel, but it's all up to personal preference. And after I applied this, I felt like I had just had a popsicle. You know that effect when you just have an orange candy and it just makes your lips look maybe orange a little bit, especially in the center of your mouth, and then obviously your tongue is also orange because you've had it. So that's the sort of effect that it gave me as well. And another thing that I wanted to mention is that this particular one just tastes a bit weird as compared to the other two that I tried. This one definitely has like a lot of perfume in it, and I don't like that in a lip product because I feel like I'm tasting the perfume, and that's the thing that I did not like about this. So I personally feel like this was my least favorite amongst all the other Etude House lip and cheek tints that I personally tried. The last lip and cheek tint by Etude House is this one right here, and this is their powder rouge. Now I probably was the most excited for this because, as you guys know, I love that powdery matte finish on my lips, which is why I love the MAC Powder Kiss lipsticks as well as the liquid lip colors as well. That has to be one of my favorite formulations. I feel like that just looks more nicer on the lips, and it's more, you know, hydrating as compared to like your regular liquid lipstick. And this is like a lip and cheek tint in that particular formula, so I was very excited. Again, it was so difficult to choose the shade, but I got this one, which is nude red. So they have like a lot of reds in this particular collection. I just wish that they had more nudes because I would love to see more nudes in this collection. And this is the swatch of it on my hand. This particular formulation has to be my favorite amongst all the other Etude House lip and cheek tints that I tried, and this is how the shade looks like. This is such a universally flattering shade, and again this is a matte texture and it feels very lightweight and weightless on your lips, which is why I really loved using this. And this obviously lasts a bit longer as compared to the other lip and cheek tints that I showed you, because this has like a powdery matte finish. Once I applied this on my lips, it just felt so smooth and hydrating, but at the same time it made my lips look bigger because it has that powdery, you know, matte finish to it. But one thing I would say though is that it just, you know, comes off from the edge of your lips if you eat something, so just keep that in mind. But other than that, I feel like this is a really good formulation. Next up we have this one, which is one of my favorites. I've mentioned this like a couple of times, so I'm not going to talk about it a lot. This is the Daughter Earth lip and cheek tint, and this one again is like a natural product. It's vegan, cruelty free, it has vitamin E in it, it's very hydrating, and also the color payoff on this is so good. I love using this as a hydrating treatment on my lips as well as my cheeks, and it looks stunning on the cheeks. I feel like they have done such a good job with the color as well. It suits so many skin tones, and I love using this like a on the go product. So definitely check these out, they're really good. And lastly we have this one. Now I wouldn't consider this as a tint, but I still wanted to mention it because I love the formulation, and this is the one that I was talking about when it comes to the mousse formulation. This is the Lakme 9 to 5 lip and cheek product. This is the mousse one, and this is such a beautiful formulation. It just lasts long on your lips as well as your cheeks, and they have such a, you know, great color selection as well. The favorite shade that I really love is called as Nude Cushion, and this is the swatch of that. It's such a beautiful color. I feel like this has to be one of my favorite like pinky nude colors, and this is what it looks like. If you want something really long lasting but still very comfortable on your lips with great color payoff, definitely check this out. I'm going to leave a link in the description box, and the shade is to die for. I love it. I am so surprised that I got through this video because I am just feeling so bloated, uncomfortable and out of breath at this point. I don't know why, but I just wanted to shoot this video and have it up for you guys because I really wanted to give my thoughts on lip and cheek tints, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video and found it informative. And if you all have any favorites, then definitely leave them in the comments down below because I'm always on a lookout for a good lip and cheek tint. And if you like this video, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. And also don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will see you in the next one. Love you.